Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division video. What if I guess today is something a little bit different. First of all, I do want to say I apologize for not uploading a lot during the weekend. Honestly, I was just a little bit sick and my voice was pretty much gone all weekend, so I didn't want to upload a video and sound like crap, so I might already sound like crap still, but you know, it's a little bit better now than it was before. So once again, I am sorry about that. Anyways, today I'm bringing you guys a video I wanted to make for a pretty long time, and as you guys know, I've been experimenting a lot in the last day and I'm pretty much using a ton of different weapons, ton of different gear sets, and one weapon I did come across and I'm pretty surprised that no one really made a video on this or no one really talks about this, is how good this one weapon is. Now, the weapon I am using in the background, you guys might already know what it is, but if you guys don't know, this is the Black Market AK-47. Now, I've been using this weapon for a little bit here and there, and honestly, this has to be one of the most underrated weapons in the game, at least for PvP. I also use this weapon for PvE and it is really good, but it's not something I would recommend using for PvE that much. But for PvP, this weapon absolutely melts. Now, the build I'm using this weapon with is my go-to build, and that is 2 Striker, 3 Predator's Mark, and Savage Gloves. If you guys didn't know, that's probably my favorite build in patch 1.6 as of right now. I made a video on it. If you guys want to check it out, I will leave a link in the description below. But anyways, that's the build I'm using with this weapon. And let me tell you that I get around 27k base damage, which is actually very high for a assault rifle. I'm pretty sure the next closest thing I do have is my Police M4, and I think that's around 22.5k base damage, and also my LVOAC is around 21.9k base damage. So as you guys can see, there is a pretty big margin between the base damage numbers between the AK-47 and my other assault rifles. Now, the talents I'm actually using on this weapon, and I would really recommend using these talents if you plan on using the AK, is Brutal, Unforgiving, and Competent. And believe it or not, I did really want to get Responsive instead of Brutal, but I'm actually glad I have Brutal in this weapon, because if you guys didn't know, the only reason that AK-47 isn't really the most popular thing in the game is because the RPM is only 600, so this gun shoots really slow, I'm not gonna lie. But if you are far away or you're more playing from a distance, I guess you're playing more to kind of protect like areas and just get a lot of kills, the AK-47 is perfect for you. And especially on consoles, since aiming isn't the easiest thing in the world, this gun is very easy to control, very easy to aim and pretty much use at far range and up close. As you guys can see from some of the clips, there's so many times where I'm just straight up aiming for the head and I don't have, you know, a hard time actually aiming for the head because I can control this gun very easily. And even if you do decide to put a rate of fire magazine on it, I do still feel like it's going to be really easy to aim for the head and just get a lot of kills from range. My number one strategy with this weapon when I use it, since the base damage is so high, and since I kind of want to be from a, you know, a little bit of a distance to engage into gunfights, is pretty much just sit and around B area or like the outskirt of B area and just pretty much control that by myself. And when someone gets on the flag or someone's rushing it, you know, pretty much use my booster shot, my pulse, and I think my base damage goes to around 32.5k or something like that with both of my attributes. So like I said, this is a very underrated weapon. I'm not saying this is probably, you know, the best weapon in the game right now. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying this is one of those weapons that if you want to do a shit ton of damage and, you know, you want to be very accurate with your shots, especially for console, try out the Black Market AK-47, it's really good. Although you might have, you know, some different talents on and your AK might not be as good as mine, if you get really good talents on it, like Brutal, Unforgiving, Responsive, Competent, Deadly, or even something like Adept, your gun is going to be absolutely melting people. And especially if you can direct your bullets towards the head, you're going to be bringing down players in 4 to 5 to even 6 shots that are headshots. So take my word, try this weapon out if you have one. If you don't have one, don't even worry about it. If you do receive one from caches or anything like that, make sure you try this weapon out because it absolutely melts. Now, the one thing I would recommend rolling on this weapon is a lot of headshot damage for your sight or your pretty much muzzle brake. Just put on headshot damage so you can even increase that damage, and also roll for a lot of critical hit damage or critical hit chance on all your weapon mods. Anyways, that pretty much concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you do decide to use this weapon, how you like it, if you don't like it, if you really like it, or even if you have been using it in patch 1.6. Let me know your opinions on how this weapon is. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.